Invite a Budget Blinds style consultant to show you how to transform your rooms just by changing your window coverings. Canada's #1 choice for window coverings. Visit budgetblinds.ca today.
An announcement most expected to come early next year. But Jim Prentice says exercise is right as Alberta's premier and called a provincial election for May 5th, giving Albertans a chance to make some tough choices and plan for the future. Aaron Bordato has more.
Tough choices need to be made. At least that's the message from the Progressive Conservative Party in an effort to combat the recent pinch of the boom and bust cycle felt here in Lloydminster.
Premier made it clear this morning that Albertans want a sense of fiscal and economic stability. They're tired of the roller coaster of oil prices, something we have no control over, and they want to be able to do, longer-term planning without having to worry about what world oil prices are doing.
The campaign will play out in front of a massive economical backdrop. As with the recent drop in oil, the province is expecting a $5 billion deficit, causing the citizens of Lloydminster to step back and reevaluate their futures.
Well, that is exactly what we're asking people to do, is to choose their future. The budget that was introduced by Minister Campbell, lays out the first year of a 10-year fiscal plan, and it is a very clear fiscal plan.
It's an election that has many people here in Lloyd asking what is most important to them.
Well, I think the oil industry will come back. It always bounces back. But of course, with young kids, what's important to me is education.
Something that's going to get the economy back on track, and get people back to work and jobs going again.
I want a full PC staff. I want it the way it is. I want that group in there. I believe in them.
But even with the current economic uncertainty, the province has a plan to help carry us through the next couple years.
People ask, well, don't we have any savings? Well, indeed we do. We have $6.5 billion in savings, and that is what's going to help carry us through the next 2 years where we do have deficit budgets and allow us to get our economic house sort of on a much firmer foundation.
Aaron Bordato, Newcap News.
Lloydminster has lost one of its most committed service members. Todd Gustavson became fire chief in 1998, following in the footsteps of both his father and grandfather. Chief Gustavson was a strong presence in the community, touching countless lives in his 53 years. Jeremy Thompson has more.
Flags at City Hall and across Lloydminster are at half-mast, a somber tribute to a man who dedicated his life to the safety of others.
Todd was more than the fire chief. He was a huge community member, supported every endeavor. He was the first to volunteer, whether it was for a barbecue or the parade.
You could see his passion, well, his dad too, and you could see his passion for fire. I mean, that was his love.
Don Whiting met Todd in the early 80s, back when Todd's father was fire chief and Todd was a young deputy. Firefighting was more than a job. His enthusiasm evident every time he drove in the annual Colonial Days parade.
Just about every time when you see the truck coming down the street, you can expect to see Todd behind the wheel. If he's seen you on the street or somebody from another emergency service, he'd always wave.
He's what I try to emulate in my job, and I think sometimes that rivalry is more of a brotherhood.
Inspector Suki Manj met Todd Gustavson a little under a year ago.
We became friends quickly, so we did do things outside of work, and that's the type of person he was. You can't fake that.
Friendship that is perhaps best represented in this picture of the two of them at the inaugural Battle of the Badges this past February.
It's good memories. It's hard to look and see because there was so much more that I wanted to do.
But no one knew him better than his second family.
He just could show you what to look for and how to manage a fire scene, and brought the crew all together and could look after everybody so that after everything was done, we all go home safe.
Todd had an amazing sense of community. He had integrity was one of his strong suits, and he passed that on to all of us.
He's really a great man. He's a fearless leader, and he could really command a room.
He has mentored a great crew here, and we're going to follow his legacy.
Jeremy Thompson, Newcap News.